Alright, so hey guys, welcome back. So in this video today, I'm gonna have a 30-minute speaking for the French. Actually, it's not the French. It's for the English stuff. The English stuff. Okay, so I have here, here. I have here. I have loads of resources for me to practice. Okay, first of all, I need to go to the internet for opening my for opening my Google Meet. Yeah, but before that, let me just turn off the display adapter. Okay, it's pretty good. Right. So now I'm gonna go to Google Meet. So it's gonna be here. The new meetings and instant meeting. That's pretty good. All right. Everything is ready, right? Because yesterday I just do my video stuff. I just finished the lemon tree, and I use the rest of my time for making the French note that I don't have time for have a French speaking and 30 speaking. I'm really sorry about that. But okay, so anyway, I'm gonna get back to this one. So the new paper for my speaking. You know what? I asked Meta Waters for give me more materials for my speaking stuff because just because I feel familiar with those stuff like the dinner party, and the silent couple. So I just asked him if he can give me the orders, and he did it. Oh, I'm so happy. Right, so I started. But let me take out my pen to put in my mouth. Take out my pen to put on my mouth. Take out my pen to put on my mouth. My pen. Let me just take out my pen. Let me just take out my pen to. Let me just take out my pen to put on my mouth so I can feel the pain during the time when I just speak the words out. Right, so I started. But what is the first part? This is gonna be the trick of the jade. The trick of the jade. I started. Oh shit! Holy cow! Like this. I have to keep like this because over here you can see that, right? Oh shit! Let me check it. Let me check it out again. Okay, then. Oh, it's really bad. It's really bad. Oh, holy shit. Oh. Actually, I can't do that anymore because of my mouth. I have to wait until my mouth is healed. So I'm gonna do it again. But now I just take out my pen and just do my stuff like this. Take out a pen and do the stuff like this. Okay, so let's start it with the first one. A check of the chart. John Burney took his right hand from his pocket and knocked on Ed Wilton's door. 9-year-old Ada answered. Is your father at home? Ada? Yes, Mr. Burney. Just a minute, and I'll get him for you. Leaving the door ajar, he disappeared into the darkness of the living room. Several minutes later, Ark Wilton appeared. What's your business, Burney? Well, Mr. Wilton, fact is, I'm needing me a fireplace for the house. I just built out on Carter Road. Was wondering if you could build it for me. Um, Miss leaned against the door frame and crossed his arms over his chest. He raised his right hand to his chin and dropped it thoughtfully. Being cheerful, Bernie, I've heard folks say you're too good about paying that you own them. Now I'm not gonna to spend my time building you a fireplace when I'm not going to get paid for it. Folks don't have no business talking that way about me. Um, why? That was Elsie and the five children. Money just get tight sometimes. That's all. I might pay a little bit slow now and then, but I always pay. Besides, it's getting near October and the nights are getting chilly already. Already, my family needs that fireplace, and folks do say you're the best mason in Plymouth. Best mason, best mason in best mason, best mason in Plymouth. He shoved his hand into his coat pockets and looked powerfully at Welton. Welton looked back at him. His hand returned to his chin. Sure as his were born, Art had heard from many a reputable man that Billy was real slow about paying his bills. When he bothered to pay them at all, and him with a good decent paying job down at St. Thomas. Fox said he squandered most of his pay and they did work for Bernie only for the sake of his children and Elsie, who was a decent enough tap. Fact is, Bernie, the job would cost you $100. Now I'll be needing half of that before I do the job, and the other half the day I'm finished. Won't do it any other way. Sounds good to me, Mr. Wilton. I can come up with the money. When can you do the job? Oh, I suppose I can start work next Monday, and I'll be over tomorrow to take a look at what you want done. Just remember, you you be there Monday at 7 in the morning with $50 in your hand, or the fireplace won't get started. Okay, Mr. Wilton. Sounds good. I'll be there with the $50. Um, I'll be there with the $50. I'll, I'll, I'll be there with the $50. He stuck out his right hand. Wilton took it briefly in his own. Okay, Bernie, good night now. He closed the door. The following Monday morning, Ed drove his wagon up to the new Bernie place at 7 sharp. Sure enough, Bernie was waiting for him and walked up to the wagon as it came to a halt. To a halt. Morning, Wilton. Nice day. Morning, Bernie. Got a minute? Um, well, Mr. Wilton, fact is, I just couldn't get the whole $50 up in so short a time. I've got $40, though. Won't that be okay? Al closed one eye and dropped his chin. 40, yeah? I promise I'll have the other $50 when you're finished. Please, Mr. Wilton. It's awful important we get that fireplace in. I'm moving the family into the place in 2 weeks. Oh, give me the $40, Bernie. I'll build your fireplace, but you better have that $60 the day I'm done. Bernie smiled and dug into his trouser pocket, coming up with four warm bills, and placed them one by one into Wilton's outstretched, 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 and outstretched. Wilton's outstretched hand. I appreciate outst, outstretched, outstretched hand, outstretched hand, outstretched hand, out, out, outstretched hand, outstretched hand. I appreciate your good heart, Mr. Wilton. Art put the money into his deep shirt pocket, jumped it nimbly off the wagon, and went to work. Between the job and some surveying he was doing for the town, it took him nearly 2 weeks to finish. He sent word to Bernie that he expected to see him on Monday morning at the new house. He had laid the last stone and was cleaning up when he saw Bernie walking toward him. Morning, Bernie. Was done. Now, so I see, you do good work, Mr. Wilton. That, that'll, that'll be $60. That'll be $60. Bernie did not look at Art. His eyes were glued to his brand new chimney. Well, Mr. Wilton, fact is, I don't have it. Only worked a few days this week and Art didn't stay around to hurt. I didn't stay around. I didn't stay around to hear the rest. He picked up his tools, walked calmly to his wagon, climbed in, and drove away. Well, Bernie said to himself, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Weather's not as tough as everyone says he is. He laughed out loud at his own cleverness. No, Weldon thinks he's no, Weldon thinks he's a smart guy, but nobody gets one by old John Burney. 2 days later, he moved his family into the new house. After the furniture was in, he decided to light a fire in his new fireplace. He put a dry log in and lit the kindling. Slowly it burst into flame. Looks good, don't it? Don't it, Elsie? Hey, wait a minute. Why is it so smoky in here? Smoke's not going up the chimney. Elsie, give me some water. Got to put the fire out quick. He did so, and ran outside to join his wife, coughing like a sick man. When the smoke had cleared a bit, he went back inside and opened the windows. That Welton, he murmured to himself, thinks he's such a good mason. An hour later, the room once again filled with fresh air. Bernie went inside. He looked up at the chimney and saw nothing but the sky. I'm going over to South Street to see Wilton, he told Elsie. Who does he think he is? Building me a fireplace that don't work? This time, when Bernie knocked on his door, Art opened it himself. He didn't look a bit surprised to see Bernie standing there, and waited for him to speak. Your fireplace don't work. Don't work, eh? That's right. That's right. I just lit it, and the smoke couldn't go up to the chimney. Why, Elsie's and I nearly dead. Nearly died. Look pretty healthy to me, Bernie. Don't get smart with me, Wilton. What's the matter with the fireplace? Rush dropped his chin and squinted at Bernie. Well, can't say that I know, Bernie. I guess a man just can expect much from a $40 fireplace these days. Bernie opened his mouth but said nothing. You come up with $60 and I'll come down and take a look. But not a minute sooner. But Mr. Welton, we moved in today. We need the fireplace tonight. My poor little children are going to freeze to death. $60, said Arch, closing the door in Bernie's face. Two nights later, Bernie once again knocked on the Wilton door, and it was once again opened by Arch. I got your $60, Wilton. Let's see it. Bernie drew the wallet out of his pocket and slapped it into Art's hand. Art unrolled it, unrolled, unrolled, un, Art unrolled it and counted it twice. Art unrolled, unrolled, unrolled it and counted it twice. Yep, that the $60 you owe me. All right. He started to close the door. Bernie put a hand up to keep it from closing. Now wait a minute. When you come over to fix my fireplace, your fireplace? Oh, that's right. You claim your fireplace needs fixing. Well, can't make it tomorrow. I got a wedding and some surveying to do. I'll be over Sunday afternoon after dinner. Be there around 2 o'clock. He closed his door before Bernie could answer. Sunday afternoon at 2:50, Welton drove up to the new Bernie place. John Bernie came outside to meet him. Afternoon, Bernie, family home. Afternoon, Mr. Welton. Nope. They are all over at Elsie Fox having Sunday dinner. Ark jumped off his wagon. He took out a ladder and a brick and walked to the house, setting the ladder against the house. He quickly ascended to the roof, brick in hand. He walked up to the newly built chimney and looked down the shaft, lifting the brick, and he dropped it down the chimney, shattering the pane of glass he had mortared it so firmly the week before. Alright, so that is the pretty good story. But my mouth is really bad. It's in a bad condition. You also have to wait for it to be healed. So I cannot just do whatever I want. I have to decrease the amount of actions I have on my mouth. I cannot speak some word. I have to straighten like this. I cannot do that for now. Like this, right? This I just have to do like this. Some words that I just do like that. Some words that I just do like that. And I have to control myself a lot. And I have to control myself a lot. Alright, so I'm just finished that one, right? So let's have some 10 minutes talk, just for fun, because I've just been because I've spent lots of my time on just speaking with this one, like with the pen inside my mouth and with the pen outside my mouth. And I feel really, actually, I'm a robot. Like I just read it and I just turn off those stuff. I need some stuff for speaking, whatever I want to say. All right. So what should I say now? I want to say that if I have to say thank you to Mr. Waters, I have to Mr. Waters. Um, to Mr. Waters. So I have to say thank you for 1,000 times, and maybe it's not enough. Because you know what? Um, Actually, I did this one from actually at the second semester of 10, so it's gonna be on February at the beginning of February, I think. I did it like just to October to this October, but it doesn't. It's not a big change. I like it that I did it, but it's not like a 100% changes. But when I just go to mid waters class and have some conversation with him, and then he gave me some work, some stuff to do, um, some work and some stuff to do, some works and some stuffs to do. Um, Actually, I did it, and I can improve myself a lot. And then he said something really really weird, but I'm already a real person. Like speaking like this, recording myself, publish it to YouTube. What the hell? What are you doing? I don't want anybody else in my family to see it, but I want the entire people on the internet to see it. What the hell I'm doing? So I'm a crazy. I'm a weird guy. So a weird guy. So I just so I'm a weird guy. Uh, so I just don't really care about that. And then he said that I should put this pen inside my mouth like to feel the pain at the beginning. But actually, to make my mouth feel familiar with the English word, um, with the English words, and actually, that is a good idea though. Like I can see that my speaking is improved a lot. Um, actually, it's a huge improvement from at the beginning of grade 10. Like I don't, actually at the beginning of October. Actually, I don't remember really well. Like when the first time when I went to his class, whenever when the first time when I went to his class, I just forget it. But that's okay. He just give me some stuff, but it's not a big deal. I don't want him to study, but I need a person for correcting my pronunciation. And for my writing, I'm not sure if I can do it good enough, but I'm gonna try. You cannot try. You cannot know where you are standing without trying, right? So I have to try it because I actually have like the OSSLT this year at the end of this year, and I feel really bad about that. So I have to try a lot if I really want to pass this course. If you really want to to graduate. So okay, so I have to improve my body skill a lot. I have to improve my vocabularies, my uh, lexical. So to put it away. And I have to say a big thank you to him, like for helping me a lot in my um, journey of studying English. Uh, a, a, a lot in my journey, a lot in my journey of learning English. And yeah, and furthermore, I have to say a big thanks, a huge thanks to meet us Vingada for point out my like for give me some basic information about from French from grade 4 to grade 8, actually for grade 9, for me to have a better idea what should I do to catch up with them and what should I do to improve myself. Because you can know that like okay, so from grade 4 to grade 8, right, they have taught you a lot in the order like which shows they're gonna show you the educational system. um, it just separate the content of the French in a separate order. And just put it from grade 4 to grade 8, so it's gonna be follow the order. If you really good at that and you follow that order, you can you know actually you can speak like it's not like a professional and native. You can speak a little bit like French. You can speak a little French. And then actually when he shows up like I can have a better idea. What should I learn for the French? And what should I know? What should I learn? What should I know? And what should I do? And she does, give me some website for me to practice. And yeah, and it's a really good idea for me though. Um, and it is a really good stuff for me though. Like I can use those websites as a teachers and the other teachers and the virtual teachers to teach me some new knowledge. And I think that is a like a huge jump from a beginner, from a guy who know mostly nothing about French. But now he can know a little bit, know how to ask for the age, how to say thank you, how to say goodbye, how to say you too in French, how to say a lot of things. If I have to say to her, I will say that because the journey when you have the journey of learning something, you have the people who you totally just like the people can have a, a high skill in that language, and he or she can help you to figure out where you mistakes and give you some um, meaningful websites for you to practice to improve your French skill, your languages. So he just and then so she she gives me a bunch of websites. That's a lot, like 5 to 6 websites for learning French. That's a lot though. Like and that is a lot though. Because when you have just one website, you can do a lot. But now we have 6 websites, so it's a really bad. It is a big deal. Like I can just use these 2 weeks for just practice French and then prepare my French lessons for myself to learn them. Then I'm gonna have some better idea what should I do with what should I do for this one, what should I do for that one, and I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try a lot. If I really want to be successful, if I really want to learn French, if I really want to, add one more language into my body, into my brain, because I already have 2 languages. My mother tongue languages, which is the Vietnamese English, and which is the Vietnamese, and the second language, which is the English. And I need one more that is the French. Yeah, sure. And then so I want to have 3 languages in for myself. Like if I have a chance, I'm gonna have one more language. Actually, because at this age, it's a age that I learn everything really effective. I learn everything effectively that it can easy come to my brain and I can easily comes to my brain, and I can build it, and I can build it up and to my brain, and I can improve it a lot. If I don't use the opportunity to learning some new stuff, to adding some important skill that in the future that I cannot learn, so I'm gonna just miss my opportunities. Because cooking, you can do it in the future, right? Because when you grow up, right, if you don't know job thing, you can use your brain to learn just cooking some basic stuff, right? But learning languages is a huge and very important things that when you grow up you find it really hard to learn it. Why? Because you don't have anybody to just follow up there. You don't have anybody to fix your mistakes, and it's like, and when you grow up, you don't really have time for that, for those stuff. And so I will have to try my best. I have to do a lot of things for learning French. And actually, and for the Japanese, I think I'm gonna learn Japanese, and if I have an opportunity, I'm gonna learn Chinese, though. But I don't think that I have enough stuff for learning Chinese because Japanese is enough for me though. I have to learn like four alphabet for the Japanese: hiragana, uh, katakana, romaji, and hiragana. It's not hiragana, katakana, and one more. Hiragana, katakana. What's it? Hiragana, katakana. Oh, so hiragana, katakana, kanji, and romaji. Hiragana and katakana is some basic stuff, and kanji is the alphabet for imitating some Chinese stuff. And for the romaji is the international alphabet with the A B C D E F G. It's a lot. And for the Chinese, oh shit, I have no idea. So I have to basically just keep later because actually when I just watch some anime films, I just made some though words inside my mind, so I feel it easier to learn it. Like ichi is zero. It's not like zero. It's not like zero in French. It's like zero. Ichi is zero. Ichi ni san yong wo roku nana haki kyuzu. It's like 1 to 10, from 0 to 10 in Japanese. And then those are yoroshiku onegaishimasu, like nice to meet you. Like we can say that for the first time. When I just learned it like 2 years ago, but I still remember them. So that's a huge difference. I just made it inside my mind, and I can remember it easily, like my normal day. So I'm gonna try my best to learn Japanese and French, as well as the English stuff. Because the more language I learn, I can have more knowledge. I can grant more benefits for me, for myself. All right. So I think that this is the end of this video for today. I hope you guys have a good day, good night, and good morning. All right. So I think that it is pretty good for today, bro. Just read this one for one time, and just do some stuff. All right. So now I'm gonna spend some of the time for myself, though. because I just finished all of my stuff by the computer science stuff, and for the French I have nothing to do. I have no idea what's going on, so I'm just putting this for tomorrow. I'm gonna do it later. Alright, so just go back for my making music video. Alright, so bye guys, hope you're doing well and hope you have a good day. Never give up on your goals, and you will make a lot of and you achieve your goals some days. Bye guys.